Hi and welcome to this new tutorial, and today I've been asked by somebody on the Smode user group to reproduce this kind of effect, yet another work from Sean Zellmer. So we are going to try to do something looking a little bit like that on Smode. So let's create a new composition. Alright, and let's start by creating a geosphere. So here I have a little warning because I will use a PBR, so let's do a Ctrl-Shift-A, so I see my material. And as I'm using a PBR, let's play in linear mode. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is to create first the deformation of my sphere. So let's create a first distort position noise. Okay. So this position noise here, you can play with the strength. So let's reduce the strength of every axis, and let's try to change the scale of one of these axes. Okay. So actually, it's better to subdivide a little bit my box. So let's put 6 subdivision geometry. So this subdivision depends on your hardware, but be careful when you put more subdivision because it's exponential. So after 6 or 7 or 8, it can becoming quite heavy for your computer. So right, let's adjust a little bit the noise here. Something like this, and let's change a little bit the displacement effect on one of these axes. Okay, so let's do something like that, and let's put a play to this noise. So I have a first step of adjusting my geometry. You see I still see this kind of thing on my geosphere. It's because I lack subdivision, so maybe I should put 7. I'm not sure if my computer is... No, that's alright. Okay, let's leave it that way. So the position noise is something quite light to calculate, and that does not care of the UV of the geometry, so you will always have a smooth and nice deformation using this modifier. So this is my first modifier. Let's reduce that a little bit and go back on the example. So you have this kind of first deformation that does this kind of stripes, and then a bigger deformation to do this kind of gum feeling. So let's put another distort modifier, a position noise, and this one will be bigger, so less strength. Okay, let's change a little bit the scale, larger. Should be alright. Let's see what's happening and reduce a little bit the speed of this noise. Okay. Yeah, seems alright. Well, after it's a matter of fine-tuning, of course. And then one interesting stuff with the position noise is if you use 3D transform and you put that before the position noise, like this. Okay, let's wait for Smode to respond. I have not a very powerful computer at my hand. Alright, let's pause these two noise. But if you see, if I change the position of my sphere here, you can see that my sphere is currently evolving through my 3D position noise. So using a 3D transform after or before a position noise can also create some, as you see, quite nice effect. So let's play again. Okay, yeah, come on, geosphere. And now let's go for the shading effect. So it uses this kind of bluish, magenta-ish and reddish colors. So let's use these colors. And to use to create the shading, first I will create a endpoint gradient, so 2D textures. And let's use a preset which is the 5-point gradient. Let's see what the 4-point gradient look like. Yeah, this one should be fine. So let's trigger a little bit the color of each point. So here, let's see this point, and let's put a little bit more like it was on the example. The magenta should be a little bit more, maybe like this, and the green should be a little bit more pastel. So okay, let's see again. What am I missing? Well, let's try with this one, and we see maybe we change that by another kind of magenta. Okay, now what I'm going to do is to add, as I'm going to use this to make shading, I don't want to have some cut on the border of my map. So let's directly put Distort, 2D transform, put that in mirror repeat, and reduce its size by 50%. Okay. What did I do? Okay. Why the L is 50% giving me this kind of effect? Let's try to use the Deus Ex Machina, which is a rasterize, and put that before my 2D transform. Okay, that's quite strange what is happening here. Let's put that into a composition and put my 2D transform over my composition. Nope. Well, there's something that is not, I do not quite understand here, but the principle is that here I have a nice repetition. Let's put that back on the endpoint gradient, and let's just check that theory by adding another 2D transform here and just change the position. Okay, so here you see that I have a seamless repetition if I move my texture, so that should be alright for the effect we want to do. So don't bother about the rest. So I did all this preparation before what comes next, because I'm going to use to do the shading light, which is an environment light. And you see how long it takes to load inside Smode. So I will replace this generator, this image that I use as my environment map, by my endpoint gradient, this one. And now if I move around, I see that I still have this fucking cut here. Well, just say that we are going on the other. Of course I have the cut. He did not put my 2D transform, and so you see why I did this preparation before and why I should not have any cut anymore. Okay, and maybe we can change a little bit the gradient and put something maybe. So you see why I did the preparation before, because here I'm using this map to actually light my input image, my geosphere, and so each modification I make needs to be recomputed, and yeah, this can take a while, but more or less there you have it. Let's just check another preset like the 5-point gradient. Okay, it's not exactly the same color as what we have here, but well, let's put that in blue. I do not have the exact same color, but well, it's more or less the same. What we can do to do not bother with this cut and to have this like gradient green to white background, well, let's just not render the scale box and add a simple gradient here. Let's put that into a linear one. All right, and let's put that from pastel green to white and rotate it by 90 degrees, and there you have it. Alright,